days.
Apparently.
Some lying liar told me to start for 15 minutes.
We can still wait 15 minutes. Like I said, underestimated my ability to stop breathing to force food down my throat.
Long day?
No, actually, today was totally fine at work.
Was it?
Yeah, I just expected the line at Taco Bell to be longer, but it wasn't.
Oh, sure.
Feel free to use this tiny bit of time to discuss your quote-unquote plan.
We don't have one. We're all going to die. Good night.
Pretty much.
I've got a sort of plan.
Yeah.
What is this sort of plan?
This sort of plan is not going to be revealed to everyone else.
That's not a plan then, is it?
Yeah. It's not really a
That's
plan.
more
Lulu's
of
got
a,
her own
I have
agenda.
ulterior
Yeah,
motives.
that's what it is.
It sounds like a secret.
Secrets are lies, Lulu.
Secrets are lies.
Hey.
Secrets are lies.
Maybe Lulu doesn't know how to really talk to people very well.
I
Learn.
mean,
We need
that's
to have a
fair,
conversation.
but she's also not making an effort. So,
I mean, have any of
She
us
talked to one
tried?
person. She talked to Vedita.
okay.
I talked to
fair.
Vedita.
Everyone
Everyone
talks to
effort.
Vedita, though.
Talk to you.
It's true.
I-
Vedita talked to Walrus, and Walrus is not doing anything about it. Or Vedita.
I'm keeping an eye out, or at least I am pretending that I am, because I forgot until now that I was supposed to.
Yes.
So yes, what is our official plan going into this when we get? Because where are we starting? We're at the.
You're still in the wizard's demiplane. You are going into the
Yeah.
outhouse to go into the forest right now.
To then be closer to the centaurs.
Yep.
Okay, so then Rona is gonna capture us. Oh, I know, Samson. It's a terrible plan.
I think the basic premise was go in as captives, quote unquote, and then try, while we have our hearing, our trial with Ironhoof, was to try to convince Ironhoof that Skylark is bad apples. And see
Yeah,
if we can
That
get,
doesn't work.
and if that doesn't work, balls to the walls.
Death, destruction, dismemberment, all the fun stuff.
Yeah.
We haven't went through, right?
No, you haven't gone through just yet. We'll be picking up as you are heading to the outhouse.
Okay.
You've
Everyone
essentially
wait.
you've just finished getting your stuff from the loot monster. You're Walrus got better armor. You picked up the haversack and helm of copper languages.
Yeah, that's right.
Everyone wait.
Outside the outhouse? Or once
No, Lulu's trying to tell you guys to wait.
to wait?
I mean,
1 foot in the outhouse. What? We got shit to do.
I have reason to believe that there's a demon controlling the centaurs.
I just kind of look at you.
Okay.
It'd be a devil, not a demon. You would know the
Or a
distinction.
devil. Yeah.
Fake
There's a
fan.
devil. There's a devil that's controlling the centaurs.
Foot comes back out of the outhouse. You said what now?
I have reason to believe that there's a devil that's controlling the centaurs.
Is the devil like possessing one of them, or is it just like the man behind the curtain? I don't know what devils are.
I think more or less it has to deal with the wizard that we
You
work
can give
with.
me a history
Check?
or religion check. You might know what a devil is.
Oh. Well, they both.
Would I be able to help at all with that?
This is a personal knowledge check
Oh,
for her.
okay.
to
Yeah.
know.
Seems more religion. Oops, sorry, an 8. Yeah, no, I don't know what it is.
You're only just aware of the general idea that devils are bad and they do bad things.
They're things. They're definitely things, guys.
What leads you to believe that? Is
I mean,
that-
I could fill in their knowledge.
Yeah,
That
Luke
would be
knows plenty.
helpful.
What do I know about devils? I should be able to know about, since I live in the area.
Yeah, you would know pretty much everything.
Okay. Have I ever heard about this Apocryphus? Maybe I asked that before, but I don't remember if I did.
You have never heard of Apocryphus before.
That sounds like Skyrim. No, no one.
Nah.
No one's played that much Skyrim to know that there's a guy named in there named like Apocryphus.
It sounds familiar. I'll say
Well,
that.
He's on Solstheim. No, okay.
Do you
I'll
know
shut up then.
Apocryphus from
Go
Skyrim?
ahead.
Oh yeah, there's an Apocrypha.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that's the expansion.
I think
Yeah.
that's only your re.
Shut up. I'm not ashamed.
I tried, it didn't work.
So yeah, I'll fill them in what a devil is.
So the basics are that there's the Abyss, which is demons plane, and there's the 9 hells, which are full of devils. And the demons and the devils don't like each other, and they're engaged in something called the Blood War. They're constantly killing each other. Demons are more like just monsters that want to wreck shit, whereas devils tend to be more. They have strict codes, they're very conniving, they like to influence mortals and lead them towards being evil. Devils often want to make deals with you.
So they're separate entities. They're not like possessing people.
No, they basically manipulate people to the point where they'll do what they want them to do. Like, hey, it's a good idea to kill thousands of people in my name, and I'll give you this type of thing.
Do you believe we've met this devil? Like, can they shapeshift into like? Is it shapeshifted into a centaur right now? Like, we've been talking to them.
I don't believe it's shapeshifted to a centaur. When I talked to him, he was a owl.
Okay.
And he specifically said that he has to deal with the wizard that we work for now.
Well, shit.
And you believed it?
Yeah. Most devils will tell me kind of what they want and what they're doing.
Why?
I mean, I would say you would have the general knowledge that Lulu is a tiefling, which means that she has infernal lineage.
I don't like this.
He also said we need to get Ronai away from the regular centaurs.
Can I insight check that?
You said that we had to kill Rodai.
It's one way of getting rid of her.
And you trust
is
me
Go ahead
Ronai
and roll an
bad?
insight check.
Oh, I insight the fuck out of that.
So I'll leave that up to you, Ryan, whether or not you think a 21 is good enough for her to understand if you're being honest.
I mean, I think I'm being pretty honest. He did say he needed her getting away, getting gone.
Yes,
didn't
he did not
specify-
specifically say you had to kill her. He wanted you to orchestrate her demise one way or another.
Yes. I put kill in my notes, but it's organize a demise. So, kind of a half. I mean, it's somewhat true.
I mean, we did say that we could bring her back here to give her answers as to what's going on in her kingdom. But I am in no way, shape, or form, as of this moment, killing the only centaur that doesn't want to kill us on sight.
That's kind of why I brought this up. Now, before we get ourselves even more deeper into this mess.
Hmm.
What is it that you want to do with Ronai? What's your solution to it?
Killing would be easier, but I will respect the
Senya
parties.
raises her eyebrows.
I will respect everyone's wishes on how we should go about it.
Is there a doubt button in D&D?
Yeah, I
Gilderoy
truly-
would like to
It's called an
have that
insight
button.
check.
Can I please do an insight check?
Sure.
God, you guys are evil.
I mean, so are you.
Nope, totally honest, man.
I don't think you're really sure whether or not Lulu's telling the truth there.
Alright, well, we have to get this thing settled with the centaurs first.
I think it might be too late to try to get. I think we need to get rid of Ronai now,
Why?
but have her tell us where to go.
Because some devil told you to?
That, and I think
What's
if we
the devil
go in
gonna
there
do
with
if we
Ronai,
don't?
I don't think she's going to assist us in any way, shape, or form against the regular centaurs.
See, but she's like the only voice of reason
Hmm.
that's on
But she
our
doesn't have
side.
power.
That's why we're helping her.
Yeah.
What is the
But
devil gonna
if we're
do
going-
if we don't take out Ronai?
Are you suggesting that the only people with power are the ones who can be reasonable?
I didn't say that they won't be reasonable. I'm just saying that they won't listen to someone that doesn't have power. People with power won't listen to people that don't have power. That goes with any race.
Therefore, we must strike down the people with power if they're.
And like I said, I don't think Ronai will assist us in killing half her clan or the whole clan just
Well,
because of
the,
this.
the plan is that's plan B. Plan A is to negotiate.
Yeah, but we're gonna be going up against Scala, and here I am for no reason, anyways.
I mean, there was reason for Scout to. But we don't need to talk about that.
So, okay, but here's the thing though. Even if we kill Ronai, we're still gonna have to go up against an entire village of centaurs. Without the possibility of negotiating. Ronai is our only opportunity to negotiate our way out of this.
That's true. You propose getting rid of Ronai now. What do we do with the centaurs after that?
Because it's gonna look bad if we take out Ronai and we head to camp and they're like, oh, where's Ronai? Like, they went out and you came back. They're gonna assume that we killed them.
Yeah. And I'm sorry, I would like to get back to this devil thing. What is it gonna do to us or what can it do to you and through proxy us if we don't take out Ronai?
I don't know if he's working with the wizard could do more to us than the devil probably could, or the devil might start sending minions after us. I don't
Well,
know.
then we kill the minions and then we go after the devil.
I have not heard of this devil before.
Well, neither have I. Doesn't mean I'm not gonna try to fight it.
Well, it does mean something that he might be lower level than where I'm from, which is not good news for us.
So
I mean,
okay,
it would sound very harsh when I say I don't care. But there we have it. We only have one course of action if we want to avoid mass slaughter here.
Lulu, what is
Unless
your
someone
proposed
else
plan?
would like to talk.
I've already said my piece.
That's the first step of the plan. What do we do after we apparently kill Ronai?
We don't have to kill her personally. We just need to get her out of the picture.
Okay.
But
then what?
Vidita's right. If we show up without Ronai, they're gonna assume we killed her. And then her centaurs that were loyal to her are gonna turn on us. Then we're gonna have the entire town against us.
If we
The
can get
entire
Ronai
village of
to
centaurs.
pledge her allegiance with us, I will go along with this plan we have already. But right now, she wasn't sure if she'd even assist us if it came to fighting.
That is true. She did say that she didn't know which side she would take.
Well, it's a chance we're gonna have to take. Does anybody else have any other suggestion?
I mean, we could go to Ronai and say, look, we need you to pledge that you're on our side if shit goes down. We think something's at play that, because she doesn't know how they got there, we could be like, look, we think that there's something not at play, we think we have an idea, but we need your help to be, like, on our side. And then go from there, like... Or we see if their druid can do anything, like, maybe make Ronai invisible, and... like, still there, not dead, but, like, Ronai's out of the picture, quote-unquote.
What does that achieve?
It achieves that Ronai is out of the picture when we are negotiating with the rest of the Centaur. And maybe it's the point that Ronai needs to be out of the photo when we're negotiating. Maybe that's what the devil is saying, or whatever your person's saying, Lulu.
It sounds to me like this devil wants Ronai out of the picture for malicious reasons, because it's, you know, a
That
devil.
is true.
So, no?
I just have a distinct feeling we're a pawn in a very large web of shit.
You're not wrong.
A big old game of spider chess.
Have
The
we
wisest
thought
thing that
of
Gilderoy has
this?
ever said.
Have we thought of this? Literally
write that down.
doing nothing. We go back to the village, we defend the village if it gets attacked again, until there's no more problem. It would be boring for us to sit and wait for them.
You do realize that things like procreate, though, right?
Yes.
So can we.
No, Walrus.
There's also
Keep your britches on, yo.
I'm just saying, we let them fight it out themselves.
But that's not what we were sent there to do.
The wizard would probably jump in and stop us, or make us do
Yeah.
something.
Or kill
Make a
us
bigger
because we're
threat
not
than
following
we
the
already
orders.
have on our hands.
If
It's
the
just a
wizard
thought,
is
it
really
was
with
just a
this devil,
thought.
then we are more problems.
I personally don't like getting my hands all bloody and everything. It's difficult enough having to clean off crossbow bolts. But I just have a feeling there's going to be a lot of blood, fight, tears, and horribleness in our coming future.
which is why we're gonna stay as calm and together as possible and not shoot beforehand. I look at Walrus.
I give a curt nod. A really slow curt nod.
The curtest of nods.
Yeah, it's so curt.
Absolutely. Look, I think, unfortunately, that we have gone too far, we have promised too many things. I don't know at this point if we're going to be able to get Ronai out of the picture without making it look like we killed Ronai.
We
And we're
could.
not killing Ronai.
If things
No.
go bad in the village, if we know where it is, we could hold Ronai hostage, quote unquote, and teleport her here.
Yes, we
Then
could.
technically get rid of her, and it'd be kind of fulfilling the deal that I've kind of made.
But yes, okay, so again, what happens after we get Ronai out of the picture? How do we deal
Well,
with
if things go down, if things are that bad and we have to use
The Force.
and have to kidnap Ronai at the village, the centaurs have no way of coming back from that anyways. In our eyes, we can go and just murder him.
Okay, so that'll be like plan B. We'll go and talk with Ronai there. If shit goes down, we'll quote unquote kidnap Ronai and then read the scroll. Thing is, we should let Ronai know this.
I will go with that if you guys could try.
how are we going to kidnap Ronai?
We use the scroll. Make sure
Yeah.
she's
Again,
close
you
to us.
have to read the scroll out loud for a minute,
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
right? So that's
I-
not possible.
I luckily potentially have my way with words and can be discreet about it.
Are you able to, on the whim, cast your magic tent, and then we can hide inside of it and then teleport from inside there?
I think without spending a spell slot, it's got to be ritually cast, right?
Yeah. It's a 10-minute
What's
cast.
the
Well, it's
even with?
use a spell slot or probably die by centaur.
I mean,
If you
what is
cast
it
it as a
with a spell
ritual, it
cast?
takes 10 minutes. If you cast it regularly, it still takes 1 minute.
Okay, so either way, we have no fast means of teleporting out. I can take one person with me, but it's only 50 feet.
I can dash.
I don't think we need to get out of there. I think we need to stall them long enough that I can be reading out as you guys are trying to negotiate.
I'll trust Vedita.
Keep in mind that you can't use your subtle spell meta magic on the scroll.
Really?
Applies to your spellcats, not to the scroll of teleportation, because that's a custom scroll.
You can speak in a different language, though.
Oh, that is true. I do know many languages.
It doesn't say you have to speak in common.
You can
That's
understand
true.
them because it doesn't say you can speak them.
That is very true. I could do that.
I think babbling from a scroll in a different language in the background is going to draw more attention than you speaking common.
That is true.
I don't suppose you can memorize the scroll.
Using the scroll kind of requires actually physically pulling out the scroll and reading from it.
That is true.
Okay. Thank you, Neil deGrasse Tyson.
I don't think I have anything else.
Do we have a plan, or are we still at a stalemate?
I think we have a plan. Talk
It's
to
very
Rona.
rough, and we're probably still gonna die.
Absolutely. Let's
you
do
can
it.
always try to run away. Don't forget that.
Yeah,
That's mainly the plan I'm doing.
They are very, very fast centaurs.
that's true. And I am not fast.
Centaurs probably will outrun you on foot.
But magic.
I have a horse I can outrun.
Yeah, okay, cool. So we have 2 people that can maybe make it away.
Do not forget, though, the last you were in town and you asked Sneed, the imp innkeeper, his opinion on centaurs. He gave you a little nugget of wisdom.
I don't
Centaurs
know.
can't climb ladders. You can beat them
Yeah.
with elevation.
Oh my god, if we just go up there, then we can...
Climb a tree.
Yeah, and then
we
they shoot arrows
out
at
there.
us.
But I would still have
Or start
minutes
the trees on
gas.
fire.
Mm. Or
They
just
can
chop them
certainly
down.
try.
Yeah, now you're just giving the DM ideas.
Yeah.
I mean, did nobody learn anything from The Hobbit?
Oh yeah.
Guys, you can't climb trees without the freaking goblins starting them on fire with the wargs, with the hungry wargs, without fancy eagles there to save you.
Oh, and they'll also just like cut them
Those are
down.
orcs, not centaurs.
Does anyone know fancy eagles?
Uh,
I wish I
I know
could fancy
demon
eagle.
horses and stuff like that. I don't know anything else like that. All right, let's go.
Just fucking going for it?
Okay, you're stepping through the outhouse.
I am.
Oh,
Sure.
yeah.
That's a really bad idea. But we're gonna do it.
God damn it. Yeah, I guess so.
Maybe. Hold on.
Maybe. Hold on. Something else?
Wait. Is the helm attunement?
I believe not.
No,
Try.
it's not.
Helm of Comprehend Languages does not require attunement.
Fuck yeah. Okay. I put that on, and then we'll go.
Okay. Everybody steps through.
mhm.
Yeah.
One by one. Open up the door of the outhouse. You step through into the forest. Except Visenya.
Wait.
Visenya, you step through, and suddenly you hit like a glass wall.
Cool.
And kind of shake your head to regain consciousness, and you're standing in darkness in a field of stars. And
That's
a little
trippy.
illusory hologram of the wizard pops up. He goes, this is just, like pre-recorded message whenever you get here. That whole plan you had, telling the centaurs about, like, what's happening and bringing them here, yeah, it's not going to work. You're not allowed to come through a scroll. And it's really tedious having to go back there and modify their memories. So if you could not bring that stuff up again, that'd just be swell. Anyway, off you go. And then your teleportation resumes, and you drop down into the forest. about
Before
20
that,
seconds.
as he's disappearing, Visenya is screaming that it wasn't originally her plan, so you can fuck off.
The illusory
My plan was to
hologram
get
makes
captured and go in
no
there.
response.
Whatever. Stupid wizard.
About 20 seconds after everybody else gets through, Visenya falls like 10 feet from the sky, hits the ground, and takes
Neat.
2 bludgeoning damage.
Neat.
Jesus Christ. I love this so much.
Would you jump through or what?
I'm not talking to you right now.
I go over and help her up.
Yeah,
I'm
what happened?
frowning deeply.
You okay?
As I explain, yeah, so I was just in the sky with the wizard, and he says that the scroll is not going to help bring centaurs through. So, whoever's idea that was dumb.
Fucking fuck.
He also says to not tell them. Did I tell them about the plane? Is that what it was? The wizard's demiplane?
As far as I recall, I've watched a bit of the recording. I believe you're the one who told Ronai that you work for a wizard and that these might be responsible for bringing them here, and that you would bring her to see him through the scroll so he could explain what's going on.
Was that originally my idea?
Yeah.
I believe so.
I believe so.
It was. Because you're being
Well,
honest.
It was
I
to
want to
placate
kill her.
them. I don't think we were ever. I wasn't ever intending to actually do it, but because I didn't think we'd get that far.
Wizard doesn't know that.
Well, my statement stands.
Dumb wizard.
Dumb wizard. Okay, well, either way, we can't do it.
But do you guys have any other ideas how to just relieve Ronai of her clan?
Tell her that she can't come back with us. To trust us this time.
Or we could tell her about the devil.
That too.
That's my plan.
Why would she believe us?
Because I'll give her Lulu's head on a spike if that's what it takes.
What the hell?
You lied.
Sacrifice.
And you
I
know what?
never
That's
lied.
right. So did you.
I never lied. I just
And
didn't
Walrus.
tell you
Y'all
everything.
knew about this. Nobody said anything about some devil orchestrating what's going on with the centaurs.
Tell you the truth, I
Y'all
didn't
just
tell anybody about
finally
the
brought
devil.
it up.
Correct. I was just told that there's some secondary plan going on, and to keep an eye out on him.
Yeah.
Y'all knew. As far as I'm concerned, y'all were complicit.
I knew
Y'all
nothing. I don't know
Not
about
you,
anything.
Gilderoy. I'm not
Yeah.
yelling at you, Gilderoy. Shush. The adults
It's
are
not
talking.
me. She's yelling at this time. It's so bad.
Well, shall we go find Ronai?
Let's go get captured.
Yes, let's do that.
Tally ho.
Okay, I'm gonna need that cartography or survival check.
Shit. I will use luck.
I was assuming you were gonna have advantage too. Fedita was helping you.
Oh, well. I'm getting help, then that's the second roll.
That here's an advantage.
Okay, 18. It'll take you a day of travel, but you'll get to the border. So I'm gonna need a watch order.
I'll
I'll
go
do
first.
first.
Second.
Third.
I'll take fourth. Okay, go ahead.
I get to sleep? Or-
Maybe.
Oh. Well then.
Huh?
First watch. You do not notice anything, Gilder. Second watch.
I'm watching really hard.
Always so terrible when deception was.
Oof. God.
Wow.
Guy.
Let the anger flow through you.
Yeah, no kidding.
As you are turning in, Visenya, and you're getting ready to wake up the next person, you hear some noise coming from the southwest.
Mm. I guess I'll look. I'll let the guy see it though. Who is fourth?
Me.
Lulu,
Lulu? Alright, I tell Lulu that I heard something.
You will not have my head. Oh. Okay.
Not yet.
There's a bear.
A large bear
I'll use
walks up,
Thunder Wave and
sniffing
tell
your
it.
tent.
Oh, I'm still in my tent.
Depends. Where were you sleeping? It's up to you.
I was sleeping in the bubble.
I assume that was in Gilderoy's tent.
All right. I'll walk out then. Because I guess Vicinity just told me that she heard something and walked in and fell asleep, so.
Yep. With a perception
Do
of
you want me to
5,
give
I
a
heard some
perception or
shuffling
anything?
around.
You, even without making a perception check, just with passive perception, you can hear something lumbering right around the corner of the tent next to you.
I will look. And I will
You
use.
see a bear.
I'll use Thaumaturgy and yell, "Get the hell out of here!"
Can I wake up to that?
It'd be 3 times louder. Everyone will probably wake up for that.
What the
Yep,
fuck is
everybody
going
wakes
on?
up. Give me an animal handling check.
Oh, okay. This could go really bad, guys.
All right, 10. That's better than I was expecting. It doesn't immediately charge you or anything. It just kind of stops and stares at you. What is everybody else doing?
I'm gonna run out.
I-
I know what's going on.
I'm getting out of the tent.
I am peeking my head out of the tent and just being like, what the
What
Fuck.
the hell?
Bear.
No shit!
Told you I heard something.
I'm
Well, then why don't you just kill it already?
I'm trying this peaceful thing that
Vicinity
Vicinity
keeps on talking about.
It's not
not
working.
Did you throw some food at it? It
Do you
tends to
ever
make the
feed
things I
bears?
throw food at run away, so it does. I throw food at things and then it runs away.
To still look Gilderoy gives Lulu about him being peaceful. Or her being peaceful.
It takes a step to the side, and now that it can see a whole bunch of you, more wary.
Throw some food at it.
Vasenya, do your thing.
What thing?
You know the thing you did with the wolf.
I didn't do anything with the wolf. I threw food at it, remember?
Yeah, you've done that before. Go throw more at it.
Okay. I'll slowly, cautiously come up here, take out some food rations, and gently attempt to toss it to the bear.
Oh, shit.
Give me an animal handling check.
You seduce the fuck out of that bear.
You throw the food at it, lowers its head down, sniffs it, grabs it in its mouth, and walks away.
Bye, Trinket.
But it stops occasionally and looks over its shoulder just to make sure that you're not following it.
Or not.
Is that it? Can I go back to bed?
Right?
Oh, fuck this shit. She's going back to bed.
Final watch check from Lulu.
Alright.
Bear does not come back when you're holding watch.
Cool.
You guys get up the next day, start heading in the direction of Ronai's camp. After only a couple of hours of walking, come across Ronai and maybe about 20 other centaurs.
Oh, God.
She looks at you. You all ready?
Ready as we'll ever be.
If we could beforehand, might we have a private word with you? Some information has come up that might affect the discussions later.
She gives a look to a few of the centaurs behind her with bows. Just kind of gives them a nod. You can see that they're getting ready to fire, if need be. And she takes a few steps away to have a private conversation with you.
We believe...
So wait, I'm sorry, hold on.
Yeah.
When you say you, do you mean Vedita only, or all of us?
No, all
The
of
whole
us.
group.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I'm not going to be the only one talking because I know Megan will fuck this up. Vedita could probably easily whisper words of all the shit. Megan cannot at this moment. Megan is not awake enough at this moment.
What is new information?
We believe that there's a devil corrupting your clan.
That.
How do
Ksenia
you
just
find
kind of
this?
raises her eyebrows. Surprised that Lulu actually told the truth.
I'm evil, not just a liar.
I
How do you learn this? You have proof?
It was with Skullock when he came to the village. I spoke with it personally after the whole incident.
Why would it speak with you?
You want to know who I work for? And what my reasons for being here are.
Roll insight, Verona.
What do you want me to roll?
Verona is rolling insight.
Okay.
This devil, what did it look like?
Well, he's a shape changer, so he was an owl when I talked to him.
A black owl.
Yes.
That is Skalax.
He's so familiar.
Wait. So, you mean to say that Skalak had his familiar pose as one of your gods, Lulu, and then... So there's nobody wanting to take out Ronai. Except for Skalak. So...
Did you just say that out loud?
Yes.
Yeah, did you?
Yes, I did.
Take out?
Yes, from what Lulu has said, it seems like her god, quote unquote, the bird, wanted to get you out of the picture. And that's what we came here to warn you about.
He does not work with my god.
So it was Skalak that was posing as your god, Lulu.
It's highly doubtful.
But not impossible.
Now
But
you have thought it was devil. Business of a god.
I know a devil when I see one. And I know what they're capable of.
so Skalak is the devil?
No.
Uh,
The bird is the devil is a bird imposing as his familiar.
Yes.
oh.
But it's actually a devil, and it's probably poisoning his mind.
Yes.
So we need to take out that familiar.
Maybe.
Maybe?
Yes, we need to take out that familiar.
Yeah. That's what's
Well, Santa,
causing all the
it's a baby.
problems, Ronai.
Can you
Is this
prove any
familiar?
of this?
I mean, if you have a way of looking into Lulu's memories, we can prove that it was the same owl.
Do you have anyone that can cast Zone of Truth?
Or
Perhaps one of your healers?
Possibly might.
Someone that you trust, anyways.
Familiar not far from Skalak. We capture it. Prove it. Prove it is a devil.
I mean,
Does anyone know, like, detect good and evil or something?
it's a
No.
cleric thing.
You'd need a paladin or a cleric, I think.
Yeah.
I have paladin spells. I don't have paladin abilities.
But that is a paladin spell.
I know, but I don't get that one.
Oh, you only specific ones. Okay.
Yeah, I get the
You get a
smites.
few with
I
the
don't-
smites.
I just get the smites. I don't get anything else.
Oh.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'd be down for trying. I don't know how we'd do it, but
If your information is true, if we can prove.
Well, we can kill Skalak. If it's a true familiar, the familiar will be destroyed. If he's not, it's actual devil.
wouldn't there
He'll probably
be,
show himself.
if it's a familiar, wouldn't there be some sort of difference between a familiar and a devil in disguise dying? Wouldn't we be able to see that if we just killed a familiar? Instead of killing
I mean-
Skalak, a member of the court.
I mean, he's already. He's
If we
already.
can prove that he is being corrupted, it may not be necessary to kill.
But he's He's broken many of your laws. Whether he's been manipulated in doing so or not, I think that deserve him to be death. But it's
That
your
is for Iron
people.
to decide.
So, if we talk to Ironhoof and are able to get them to test Skalak, do you think we have enough information to prove that argument that Skalak should be tested?
didn't she just say capture the familiar?
I must have missed that. Yes, we could.
That was an idea that she offered.
How does Ronai propose to do that? Does the familiar
With this new
often
information,
travel
Ronai,
away from Skalak?
And she said that familiar is usually near wherever Skalak is, so if you're going to a meeting where Skalak is, familiars should be nearby.
Ronai, with
So-
this new information, are you willing to assist us in anything that we do, short of murdering the entirety of your clan?
I will not fight my people.
I agree. I understand. But will you assist us in anything else?
I will assist you attempt to prove Skalak is the sway of devil.
I'll look at the party and does that sound like a good enough reason?
Hurt not.
Yeah. Sounds good to me. So we're going to go in.
I will pull out a piece of paper I was writing down earlier and hand it to her. Can you sign this in?
She looks at it confused. What is?
Oh, it's just a contract that basically states that you will not betray us in any way. From the words that we've just with the deal that we just made with you.
What language did you write it in?
It'd be an infernal, which would be normal contracts, but I can translate it if she wants.
Do not trust my word. Have me sign something I cannot read.
And the
Vegeta
crown-
actually should be able to read it too. She has a helm of comprehend languages, so she could technically.
Yes. Looking at the properties of this, I can only do that once a day.
No,
Oh,
help
really?
with comprehend
Ah.
languages. You cast an unlimited number.
Yeah.
When did I? Oh, at will. Yes, I kind of stand beside Ronai and be like, "Give me a second. I'm new to this thing." Kind of tap it and like, "Yeah, it says this and this and this." Yada yada yada.
She looks back to Lulu. Why is my word not enough?
Yeah, why is her word not enough?
It's part of my people's customs.
And doesn't actually say anything in like hidden text or
I'm not that good. Not right
Well,
now.
comprehend languages doesn't decode secret messages.
no. But like,
It's
is it missing
outside.
word?
Okay, so outside of the role playing,
Yes.
it's not a real contract. It's just a fake one that I made up.
Oh,
It's not a legit binding contract.
It's imitation legalese.
I've probably seen enough of them to kind of imitate what they look like, but I don't have any magic into it. Yes.
it is just a simple contract to ensure that we have your word if anybody questions it. It is not binding in any way. It's just saying that you agreed to it at this point.
She takes, I assume, the writing utensil that you hand her.
Yep.
She writes down her name.
Does she put it in her mouth, or how does she do that?
Centaur is like
Centaurs
human
have
body.
hands.
Human body on a horse body. Or
Five
human
arms.
top, torso up.
Yep, I entirely forgot about that important detail.
What, you thought we were talking to horses?
Okay.
Struggling to picture this weird image you had in your head of like a horse
It's-
body that just
it's
has
the
a
reverse
torso and a head and nothing else.
It was just like a really short giraffe.
It was the reverse version of the centaur.
A giraffe
Horse.
with a really wide neck.
Her
Yeah,
horse
just-
torso, human bottom.
Carry on. We can pretend that that didn't happen.
She
But
writes
will
down.
we though?
Nobody else knows this, but I guess Vegeta would be aware. She's writing in Sylvan.
Good to know.
Right? I'll take that and put it in my satchel.
She steps away from you guys and motions for you to follow over to her group.
They're not gonna take our weapons, are they?
Wish to appear as captives. Be wise for you to be armed.
Can we just put it inside Gilderoy's backpack?
I can't carry that shit.
Yes, you
Anything in the backpack does
Yeah,
not
the
carry
haversack.
weight.
Oh, I do have the haversack. I'm sorry.
It only weighs 5 pounds.
The haversack
forgot.
always weighs 5 pounds, no matter what's in it or not in it.
Never mind.
Perhaps this could work,
I'll start putting my great sword in
so
Gilderoy's
long as you
backpack.
appear unarmed. Perhaps it's enough.
I'll put my crossbow in there.
I put my rapier in there and my bow, but I definitely hide a few daggers in my sleeves and boots.
I put my one measly dagger in and my light crossbow.
Senya?
Fine.
I just look at
Put my
Visenya like, it's
sword
okay.
and my bow in there.
I'm sure
This
you're
was a
plenty
great
strong
idea.
without it.
I'm not speaking to you.
But I'm going
Ouch.
to speak to you as much as I can.
I'm not speaking to you either.
Adina is kind of hurt from that.
Good. That'll make you think twice about lying again. Good.
One of the centaurs comes with a rope, starts tying all of your hands.
Not too tight though, right? Slip knots?
Not too tight.
Okay, yeah. I just thought something were good.
Alright, after all your weapons are stowed away, all your hands are bound, the whole group of you starts going southwest. Anything you want to do whilst you're marching along, or is this just going to be a time skip?
Did I by chance leave a trail? So if we do run, we know which way to go.
What are you going to use to leave a trail?
I mean, breadcrumbs.
Yeah, rations, I guess. Oh no! I'm going to do drops of ink. That
You have
work?
that much
You
ink?
have that much ink?
I have a giant.
You're gonna probably
I'm
well,
assuming
maybe.
that Gilderoy would have that much ink.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Gilderoy.
That's why all of his weight they carries
Yeah.
around.
Maybe.
Have like a 1 pound bottle of ink. Picking up all
In
your
order to make room for all of our weapons, he just tips over the sack and it just pools out ink for days.
Or even like brush my hair against the tree.
We can't hear you.
Oh, sorry.
Got to push.
Yeah. Push talk. Or I could just like rub my finger on a tree that has ink on it.
Yeah, you can do that.
Okay.
You're leaving a trail, ink. Anybody else doing it?
Would I know if Gilroy, or not Gilroy, Walrus has daggers on him? I probably assume so, right?
Yeah, I have 5 daggers hidden on my body.
I'll tell you quietly, make marks on the wood if you can.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Or start cutting your bonds with it too.
Well, no, I'm not gonna do that. Because we did sign up for this. But I'll cut trees and stuff.
Okay, so you are also aiding in leaving a trail by leaving notches in trees.
Yeah, and this isn't like, we're not hiding this from the centaurs that are taking us. Like, this is part of it, right?
It'll
Is
be
it?
slowing you down just slightly, but no, they're not going to stop you from leaving a
Why?
trail you can follow.
Why are we doing this again?
So we know which way to run when we have to get the hell out of there. When this goes bad.
If things go bad, it might not really work to stop and pull out the
Yeah.
map and go, which way should we go here?
Well,
But
three-
isn't the idea to run in any direction that looks safe at the time?
Yeah.
And then... No, we're just... Okay.
we're having as many plans as we can because
one of
it's
them.
going to be real.
If one plan fails, we have a second plan in case. Staying 2 steps ahead of our enemies.
Who are 4 steps ahead of us already.
Yeah. I'm just gonna listen in on any conversations that they have while the comprehend languages is up.
Throughout the day, because you can cast it as many times as you want, so you can just keep it up permanently.
Yes.
You kind of hear like a murmur telephone sort of thing spreading around the centaurs as they start discussing the rumor that Skylak is being influenced by a devil.
Okay.
And you get the impression that, I mean, they're loyal to Ronai, so they're willing to go along with this, but the news that they actually have some solid information is making them feel a little more at ease about what they're doing.
Okay. Good. Sounds good to me.
You reach the end of the day. You are kept in binds whilst you rest for the night. Centaurs keep watch. Cake? I want cake. Yeah, I guess as long as he's grabbing cake, I'm gonna grab a drink. I'll be right back.
What'd I miss?
There's
I'm
cake.
taking a 2-minute break while there's cake and drinks being grabbed.
Oh,
Yeah. It's fine. It prolongs our
Okay, I'm back.
suffering to death, so.
We still missing people, or is everybody here?
I'm back.
I think everyone's
Megan.
back. Thought I heard her.
How long does it take to get cake?
I mean,
Depends
how
how
many
busy
cookies
you
you're
get.
gonna get.
Depends on how much cake.
And there's ice cream.
Cake sounds good. I'm gonna go grab a cupcake while we're waiting.
I think you guys are celebrating a bit too early.
Nope, it's called the last meal.
Nice.
Back again.
Well, unfortunately, we are still missing cake.
And
Cake
it
is a
takes
lie.
a long time to get a decent slice of cake.
The question we were asking is there ice cream included with this cake?
No, there is not ice cream included with this cake. It's just a delicious cake.
Define delicious. Be specific. Is there chocolate?
Yes.
Okay, good. Kind.
It is a chocolate cake with chocolate icing. It's one of those impulse buys at the grocery store that you're just like, oh, I want chocolate. So you get a whole cake for yourself. So yeah.
Okay, everybody's good to go then?
Yep.
Okay, you rest uncomfortably for the night in your bindings. The centaurs keep watch. And you're awoken early the next morning, by Ronai, I think you can hear stomping in the distance. And Ronai wakes you all up and says, "Perhaps you will get your meeting sooner than we thought."
Oh no.
Oh, good.
Gets you all to your feet, and now you can see coming in your direction is a lot of centaurs. Maybe about 40 of them.
And then how many is in Ronai's party? 20?
About 20.
Do we see Skulluk in the band of centaurs? I mean,
Give
I
me
wouldn't
a
know.
perception check.
I wouldn't.
You'd
know
be
what
able
he
to
looks
recognize Skulluk because he's got big antlers.
Like. I guess did the party describe? Because I didn't see him. 'Cause I
Yeah,
was doing
technically
other
Lulu
things.
didn't see him.
Well,
I'm assuming that you would have told Lulu what he looked like.
Okay.
All right, I'll look then. I
Oh,
didn't get much better.
God!
God damn you guys.
Your description was lacking.
It is early in
Yeah.
the morning and you've just been woken up. It is kind of hard to focus right now.
I'm gonna start slowly burning my bonds.
Do I notice the burning of the bonds?
Well, fire isn't exactly subtle. I'm gonna say, yeah, you would probably notice it.
I just look back at Lulu, like, staring daggers. We are trying to get on their good side.
I'll stop.
I'm able to like preemptively cut some of my bonds, not entirely off, but just like get like a quarter or a third of the way.
Give me a sleight of hand to see if you can do it without being noticed. Yeah, you're able to weaken them. It seems like Ronai's party is focused on this procession coming towards you.
Do they look agitated?
No. As more time goes by and they get closer, you get more of a sense of a victorious returning war party. And as they get closer yet,
Wait,
you
like
see that the person in the front is a centaur you have not met before. She is much bigger than the others. She is wearing heavy armor. She is... What's those big, huge black ones, Frisians?
Oh, yeah. You
Something
really want to
like
go
a
with
cross
Frisian?
between a Frisian and a Clydesdale. She is huge.
They're called Percherons.
Isn't that?
Percherons come in black. Yeah. They're not just apple.
Go with that then, Percheron.
Good choice. Better than Frisian.
And you can
Yeah,
see
fuck
a lot
those.
of them with spears have goblin heads impaled on the spears.
That's good.
And they are essentially converging on the spot where you are.
Okay. I look over to...
so I'll say under my breath, we definitely need to like keep quiet at first.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
We are captives.
Yeah.
Is that somebody snapping something?
I'm trying to get
There's a
Zoe
way
on
you
the
could get
bed
up
on
on
the
that.
chair.
Oh,
She's
okay.
stubborn.
Sorry.
I thought somebody was trying to get the attention of somebody else in game. I was very confused.
Mm.
No, I was trying to get Zoe on. She's being very stubborn. Anyways,
So
You continue.
this war party converges with Ronai's group, and Ironhoof steps up to Ronai, and they start talking.
I look at Vidita.
I was
Mhm.
gonna say, I have that on and I am listening intently.
Okay. Wish I was better at voices so I can actually distinguish between the two. It'd be very helpful. Talking to yourself as GM is always the worst.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I was really ready for this conversation to happen.
Ronai, says Ironhoof, I was not aware that you were out fighting. Ironhoof replies, those people you talked to, their information was good. We killed many goblins and a few orcs. What is this here? Why take captives instead of heads? Ronai looks confused. I thought that you were aware there was a problem with discussions. Problem? Yes. Were you not aware of this? I was off killing goblins. Though I think I did receive a message from Skalak. Are these the interlopers then? They are indeed. At this point, Ironhoof walks over to all of you. I assume none of them speak a proper language. Ronai shakes her head. No.
No, but I can understand your language, and if you wish for me to translate, I can.
You can't speak it.
No,
though.
I say it in common, but
Okay.
Ronai will essentially translate what you are saying.
cool beans.
So you can have a back and forth with Ironhoof and just assume that Ronai is translating.
Okay.
But now they know they understand you.
So I sent terms. Skalak delivered terms. Things went badly, I hear. Now you are captive.
What terms did he send? Or she send? Was it the same as Skalak sent?
We would like to understand that you agreed to the terms and you heard all parts of the story. And not just what was said to you.
I thought my offer of subjugating the village in exchange for tribute was more than fair.
Because you thought they worked with the orcs? Even though it has been proven that they did not work with the orcs.
Ironhoof just laughs and says, not simply that, but because they are beneath us. And if they wish to live, they must offer something of value.
See, at least where I come from, there are many ways to work with people and not just subjugation and having people work for you. You could work together and produce more than just what you may get.
If this is what you prefer, perhaps you should return to where you came from, if we let you live.
I kind of look at Lulu and like give some sort of head nod, like,
I'm trying to be peaceful. And Skalak's gonna betray you.
And my eyes just
Oh,
kind of go, oh.
She can't understand what any of you are saying.
I know. I'm hoping that Ronai is being nice enough to
translate everything properly.
Translate.
Ronai looks to Vedita like, do you want me to say what everybody else is saying?
I just shrug at this point. It might be best to let them know that there might be betrayal among you.
Honesty.
Is Skalak here?
Yes,
That's the best way to get.
Skalak is not amongst the war party.
I look at Ronite. Maybe don't say that quite yet. We should probably not just say that. I look back at the party. Should we maybe say, like...
Perhaps mention that there might be a devil in their midst.
That is true.
Our
If we
word
don't
about
have
the
proof,
goblins was good.
they
We're
might
good
just
for
take
our
our
word on
heads.
this.
As
boy.
our word was good with the goblins, and we proved to you of the orcs, we hope that you trust the information that there may be a devil hiding among you. And that with the missing memories, this might be the source of it.
Way to lie.
It's not a lie,
We're not lying. We're just withholding certain bits of information.
until we know that they won't
She
kill us.
doesn't need to know that it's
You
Skalak
would
yet.
know, because you can understand what's being said. Ronai doesn't say anything about missing memories in her translation.
Okay. I will not say anything.
We probably shouldn't even implicate Skalak until here.
Exactly.
Ironhoof says, a devil? You have any
here,
proof of a devil?
Our friend here has an affinity with devils. We're very sure that it's a devil. We're just not
Really?
sure why he's here and what he's currently shapeshifted at.
I think maybe we...
You claim there is a devil. You cannot say where. Cannot say what it looks like.
We
It's
believe...
Skalak's familiar.
No.
We should.
He followed Skalak's party. That was the last we've seen of him.
It's a black owl.
Our friend Lulu was...
It was. It might not be now.
Yeah. Our friend Lulu was contacted by this owl that Ronai has confirmed that it is Skalag's familiar.
You're mad at us for withholding information, but you're trying to withhold information too.
Me?
I am familiar of the creature of which you speak.
No.
I have seen it
This
many
guy.
times. Did not seem like a devil to me. An odd-looking bird, perhaps.
They are very crafty in their ways of disguising themselves.
Take
She
us
is pretty
to
close
it,
to you all at
and
this
we
point,
can-
and you notice that on her back she has something kind of halfway between like a net and a blanket, and all around the edges are tons of goblin and orc heads, carrying a whole bunch of trophies.
Take us to it, and we can prove it.
How can we prove it? We don't have anything to prove it.
We'll kill it!
Being a spellcaster of sorts, would I know that there's a difference between killing a devil sort of thing and killing a familiar? Like, would I recognize the magic dissipating from a familiar?
Because a familiar is such a basic spell, give me an Arcana check.
Oh, I'm good at those, you guys! I'm kind of good
Don't
at those.
Curse your dice before you do it.
I mean, just essentially say that if it's just a familiar, Skalak can summon
You
another one.
think you might be able to know what a familiar looks like. You can't be certain that you would be able to distinguish what a devil is by
Would I know
comparison.
that if you kill a devil outside of its plane that it exists from, it gets
Yeah,
sucked
you'd
into
be
by a
familiar
portal?
with the rules.
Yes.
Yeah, and I'm more so looking at...
You can't technically kill a devil unless it's actually in its home plane.
Yeah, that's
I look-
kind of what I'm going with. for the familiar too. Is like, would I know if we killed it that it's just popping out of existence, or it's something completely different, which kind of proves that it's a devil?
Is it going to pop out of existence, or is it going to be pulled through a fiery portal into hell?
Yeah.
Because you've never dealt with devils specifically, you can't be certain.
Okay. Being the spellcaster that I am, if it is possible, we'd like to talk to Skellig and see the familiar, and we might be able to prove that if we can remove this familiar from this plane, depending on how it disappears, it might be a devil or just familiar, and then we'd be back to square one.
Anyone have banishment?
Nope.
Level 7 for banish.
Oh yeah.
Woolen
I
does.
have daggers.
So that'd
Give
be
me a
one easy
persuasion
way to
check.
do it.
Oh god. Oh, I'm good at that shit, guys.
You're supposed to be good at this.
Fuck! Come on!
God, you don't say that you're good at it and roll bad.
Mm.
You jinxed it.
No.
You're jinxing it all the time.
I'm sorry.
If Skellig feels that this test can be passed, I suppose we can try.
And what if
But if it ends up being a waste of your time, I think we just add your heads to our collection.
Deal.
you can take mine? As I suggested the test, I will do that. The rest of my party had nothing to do with this idea.
I'm sorry, the whole conversation, like, Ironhoof's reply was broken up. Everyone's reply was just broken up. What just happened?
I think that was entirely on your end. Everything was fine on mine.
When you were breaking up, I was fine.
Just
Basic.
What happened? What did Ironhoof
basically,
say?
we're going to be taking the Skullux familiar. Ask Skullux if it's okay if we test it to see if it's a devil or not. If it is, we'll destroy it. Well, at least from this plane. If it isn't, well, we destroyed his familiar, basically. But we didn't tell him that we're going to destroy the familiar.
She basically said, sure, we can try this, but if it ends up being a waste of our time, we'll just kill you.
Yep,
Okay.
and if
And I said,
if
look, it's
Okay,
not my
sorry,
party's idea.
I heard Megan's, and then I
Ah.
was like, wait a minute, are we getting killed in the moment here?
No.
no.
Okay.
And I volunteered myself and I said that my party had nothing to do with it, so hopefully it's only one person dying today.
That would just be stupid. Why would we kill only one? The others will surely want revenge. It's better to kill you all.
She's only an acquaintance. I don't really care if
I am keeping a straight face. But this is going on inside of her head. Anywho, shall we?
If that is all, I think we shall proceed.
I sure hope so.
I'll say infernal to Vidina. I didn't mean that. And also, I think we just made ourselves in more trouble than we really started out with.
Oh, probably.
I don't think they're being convinced by the devil to subjugate the people. We should just kill the lot.
Yes, engage the 60 centaurs in battle. It'll go well.
Absolutely. Oh
Yeah,
god.
you kill the real nice party first, and then you kill the other party when they come for revenge.
Well, didn't we already discover that Ronai's party is convinced about the devil and they like...
Yes, they agree with us, so we're not gonna kill them.
Yeah.
But she did say she won't help us in any way, shape, or form of ridding her people from anything.
Ronai has been quite stern about not wanting to fight her own people, so if you
Yes.
guys decide to fight, she is not going to help you.
She will probably help fight against us. Or, yeah.
Okay, I will follow along with Ronai.
All right. Ronai and her group kind of fall in with the war procession, and you continue following big trail of 60 centaurs the rest of the day.
Just dig that hole, guys.
Oh yeah.
You have to stop and camp one more night. Would you like to do anything on this night?
I'm gonna pray to my god to take all these centaurs' souls by fall.
Oh my god.
In Infernal. So only one person can understand me. And my horse.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, everybody
And
else
the
is probably a
horse.
little creeped out by it.
Yeah, it's not a good language. It's very raspy.
All right.
I'm not
Nobody
doing
else got
anything
any
in particular.
preparations then?
No.
One thing, I'm whispering it to you. But we can continue.
All right. Party breaks camp. It's about another half day of travel through the forest. And you start to get the impression as you're going along this way that the land is kind of gradually rising upwards in the forest now. And then you can eventually see in the distance that you're coming upon a large camp. There's a whole lot of centaurs there. You start making your way through this huge camp. And they kind of have a big victory parade on Ironhoof's return. They march maybe like 5 people across through this main street, touting the trophies that they got from their fighting against the goblins and orcs.
What material is this camp made of? Just leather and stuff? Or what?
Yeah, primarily it's wood and leather and cloth.
Okay.
Very burnable, yes.
That's kind of my second idea.
Lots of big tents. They don't have like solid wooden buildings. It seems to be mostly big tents.
Like a circus.
Yeah. And we're in the main act.
Boo.
I'm just the center of attention, I
Boo.
guess.
Oh my.
All right. As you get most of the way through this camp, you're passing through various areas. There's lots of. They look like more civilian centaurs. Lots of laborers and stuff that are cheering on this procession. And as you get deeper and deeper into here, some of the warriors kind of lay down their trophies along the route and then break off and go off and do other things. So it only ends up being maybe about a dozen of the war party that stays with Ironhoof.
But Ronai's party is all still there? All 20 of them?
A few of them break off as well. It seems like Ronai is kind of giving them the direction to do that.
So is it about the same amount of Ironhoof's party and the same amount of Ronai's party?
Now, there's about 10 from Ronai's party who stick with her, and about a dozen of Ironhoof's. But there is also some just other people who are already here that are around. And keep ascending up this slope until you reach a very large tent actually get you guys on the map. Question, Lulu, where is Starkmaw in all this?
I want him to follow. I want him to be with us the whole time to make the centaurs very uncomfortable. Like this could be them.
No wagon though, correct?
No wagon.
Correct. You left the wagon behind when you teleported.
That's right.
Give you guys a little bit to load the map.
Fun fact: there are 2 Ronai the Reds on this map.
There are.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
pointing that out.
Oh, there's a glitch in the Matrix.
Oh. Look at that. There's one way we get rid of Ronai.
It's a devil.
Illusion.
Oh boy.
Are the red ones the red polka dot Ronai's crew?
Yes.
Yes. Can I see Skullux Owl from here?
Give me a perception check.
Ooh, okay, I'll try.
You do notice, on top of this tree, there's a black owl perched, staring at you, Lulu.
Oh shit.
I'll say an infernal. Apophis, what's up? We got a plan. Don't worry about it.
The owl arches an eyebrow at you, but doesn't say anything. The procession kind of comes to a stop, and Skollik meets you all. Hail, Ironhoof! You are victorious against the goblins. I am indeed. We have many heads to mount. And Ronai has captured the interlopers that declared our enemies. Skollik goes, why capture and not kill? Is that not simpler? Ironhoof goes, I think we may have something to discuss with them. If you will follow me. Skollik bows his head. And Ironhoof motions for you all to follow.
I'll nudge Vegeta, make sure that she noticed that Owl was paying attention to me when I said its name.
I did hear you, so I assumed that I would look the way that you were looking.
Top of this tree, there's a black owl who is just staring at Lulu. You guys walk past.
Good to know.
I want to position myself behind Gilderoy.
So you guys are inside a large tent. And there's kind of this wooden platform with a large hide draped across it. And that's what Ironhoof goes to stand atop.
I'm just kind of listening to the room, kind of seeing what the read is here. Is it tension is high? Is it chill? Who's waiting to speak?
Skarlak is looking at all of you very angrily. That's one
Glaring
impression
back.
you get immediately.
I'll kind of
Ironhoof
move
looks at him and goes, "You're familiar, the Black Owl. Where is it?" Skarlak goes, "I will call for it." And he says something in Sylvan. It should just be an incantation. And the owl flies in and perches on his shoulder.
Ah,
These lot here seem convinced that your little beast is a devil. You hear kind of the centaurs all around chuckle a little bit at that. Skarlak just goes, "That is ridiculous."
Is this still staring at me?
No, it seems to be acting more normal now. More like a familiar.
when was the last time?
And why do we put any stock in what they say anyway?
I believe we have given you many good things of information.
Well, and what do we have to lose? If we lie to you, we die. If we tell you the truth, we could die. It could,
All the above.
might as well be honest.
Ironhoof nods her head and says, "I told them if this was a waste of time, we would kill them, and they agreed. I was most amused."
Skarlak, when was the last time that you dispelled your familiar?
I do not dispel my fear. It is the messenger of the wilds.
I need my hands to test if it's a devil or not.
Do any of your healers or your druids have anything that can sense the presence of the devil? If not, we have other methods. We'd like to do the least violent way possible.
I'll look up Detect Good and Evil and see who actually has access to this. No, only clerics and paladins. It is not within the purview of druids to find devils. He
Our
kind of
hands are
extends
still
his
bound.
hand, and the familiar flies over to you and sits on the ground right here.
I'm just kind of eyeing it warily.
Do what you will. Once we're
Familiars
done wasting
usually
our
have-
time, we will mount your heads.
Our
Familiars
hands
usually
still
only have
bound?
like 1 to 2 hit points. Just
Same.
saying.
I could do vicious mock.
I look at
I'll
Now
whisper to
that-
Walrus.
Its back is turned to Ironhoof and Skarlak and Ronai. The familiar is staring at you angrily, Lulu.
I look back at Lulu.
I will say in Infernal, my god has told me that you're not worth the time.
I look over at Senya, like, would you like to do the pleasure?
Well, I've already asked twice. Are our hands still bound?
Sorry, I did not catch that. Yeah, your hands are still bound.
So, without
Stepping on it?
moving violently, there's not much I can do unless you want me to kick it.
I mean, you could step on its neck and hold it to the ground.
Guys,
Ooh, bad timing.
guys,
What?
What?
I have vicious mockery.
Are you going
Oh,
to...
Subtle
subtle
spells.
spells.
Yeah, isn't that subtle?
No, she actually has subtle spells.
Yes,
We do
Vegeta
that.
actually has subtle spells she can do.
okay, I will, oh, fuck, which one?
You just have it's Like familiars usually have like 1 to maybe
Okay.
5 hit points at most. But
I am going to cast Chill Touch and expend one of my sorcery points to make it settle.
Okay, what does your chill touch look like?
It is, oh god, it is a ghostly skeletal hand that grasped onto the creature.
Make the attack roll.
Oh god. Oh, please let that hit.
Yeah, familiars don't have much in the way of AC. This little skeletal hand reaches up and swipes at the owl, and it explodes into a puff of feathers.
I have
Like
a
a
gift for
bird.
the
Like a bird getting hit with a pitched baseball.
Do we notice anything that hints that it was, like, not just a familiar?
Give me an Arcana check.
Oh god. Fuck!
Yeah, a little bit like that.
It's great.
Oh god.
That seemed like a familiar dying to you.
I just slowly turn around, like, just subtly turn around to the others and be like, familiar.
I will say, look at that! It was the I was talking to it. It just died. It returned to the plane in which it exists or came from.
Skarlak starts to walk by, and he just smirks at all of you.
He's the devil.
Can someone unbind my hands, please?
I will.
And he turns to Ironhoof and says, I will be back.
Oh, I don't like
I feel like I know that line from somewhere. I feel like I've written that down in my book before.
He must have read your book.
And he goes
He
over
must be a
to
fan.
this druid grove and attempts to resummon his familiar.
Oh.
What are you all doing in the meantime?
Trying to get my hands out of the bindings very quietly. Like, mostly just trying to slip out of them.
Horace, your binding should be almost cut by now, right?
Yeah. They're close enough to where I can
Give
easily
me a
just, like,
sleight of hand, Gilderoy.
Will do.
Oh boy.
All right.
Because my way of getting out of these bindings is not going to be subtle.
Can I make it? Can I say that if I do get out of them, I still kind of leave them on, but I know that if I just like let go of something, that it would drop. So it looks like I still have them on, but they're loose enough that I could just flip.
You're
Is that
like
an option?
holding the cut ends in
Unfortunately,
your fist.
you are surrounded right now, and they do notice what you're doing.
Damn it.
All right, I'm not going to be subtle then. I'm going to burn mine off.
I look at everybody and be like, let us pause.
Ironhoof stomps down this glaive that she's holding and says, by all means, take off your bindings. It won't do you any good.
Got that haversack ready?
I'm behind Gilderoy.
I'm ready to throw the sack and the contents on the floor.
I am sorry. My party is just very sore from their bonds, being that we have been in them for 2 days. They are slightly anxious.
Can someone calmly unbind me, please?
Would you mind
I will
if we
try to
released
do that.
our bonds, at least temporarily?
My wrists are chafing.
I would like to slide a hand check to start cutting Visenia's bonds.
I guess we're not going to ask permission.
Not necessary. Ironhoof has said that you can go ahead and remove them, so nobody's going to stop you.
Alright.
I finished off my bonds. I cut Visenia's bonds, and Vanida's bonds, and Gilderoy's bonds.
Everybody's bonds.
Well, since we proved our point, we'll be going now.
Let's just wait and see if Skalak comes back with this stupid bird.
We have not proven anything, apparently.
Yeah, Ironhoof says, I do not think so. Remain where you are. And the centaurs who are outside close in around the entrance.
What is Ronai doing during all this?
Shifty
Looking very
eyes.
tense.
Yep. We're all just waiting.
Unfortunately, the cast time on Find Familiar is 1 hour, so this is going to take a bit of time.
Chilling. Chilling. You know.
While Skalak is performing the attempt to get his familiar back, is there anything you want to do whilst you're waiting around, or are you just going to sit there surrounded?
Mine is a very violent thing I want to do, but I'm not going to do it unless somebody else does something first.
I mean, do we think that grabbing our armaments from the haversack is gonna be provocative?
Yes.
I would like to
Okay.
ask, will you allow us to arm ourselves?
Okay.
Why? That's like a bad thing. You have to do that too.
Do you guys think we'll be in combat within the next 10 minutes?
We
I
better.
mean,
It'll
it
be-
takes an hour.
It's gonna take an hour for it, unless he feels threatened enough, he will, or she feels threatened enough. Then...
Okay, so maybe we don't arm
No.
up yet.
In response to Walrus's question,
Oh.
Ironhoof doesn't understand me though, correct?
true,
Yeah.
and Skalak isn't here translating for you guys. Ronai's not going to translate that, so no,
Neat.
you're correct.
Good
Good catch.
Love the technicalities.
You're going to die.
I'm trying very hard to think of some sort of plan to convince Ironhoof.
I suggest we all just surround Gilderoy in case we need to grab it. Everybody will just put a hand in the bag when necessary.
I'm gonna
Yeah, I
pace
was just
back
gonna
and
dump
forth.
shit on the floor.
I think with the haversack, you actually have to. It's like the
Ooh, I have a
bag of holding. You actually have to reach in and call the item you want. So you can't just tip it over and everything falls out.
I mean,
Bag of holding.
can't
I
you
think
say
It still
everything
applies with
and then
Haversack, I think. If
That's
you
what I mean.
turn
tip
upside
it
down.
over?
Wait, whoa. Can I make it inside out?
That might be a bad idea.
You can't make the Haversack inside out.
Well,
It's
why
not the way it
can't you
works, 'cause
just
it's
say
extra-dimensional space?
our weapons and then dump the whole thing out?
But she doesn't have to say it. If you tilt a Haversack upside down, everything that's inside falls out.
Okay.
Okay, I'll
That's
tip
the
it
way
over.
works.
Right now?
What? No.
Not
Oh, when the
yet.
time comes. When the time
Okay.
comes. Sorry.
Okay, when
Sorry.
the time comes, you'll tip it over. Okay.
Oh my
Yeah,
If
God.
that's
the
an
time
easy
comes.
way to get everything out.
Okay.
Okay, guys, how can we not get murdered right now? What do we need to do to convince Ironhoof?
I am going to sit on the ground and read a book.
I think the best way to convince Ironhoof is to take the haversack and put it on top of her head. And hold it there
Like
for 10
Skyrim.
seconds.
What?
Classic Skyrim thing. You put the bucket on somebody's head.
Only use the haversack and wait for 10 seconds until there's no air.
Oh, God.
Okay. Are you gonna do anything else, or are we gonna skip ahead in time here?
Skip
We can
ahead.
skip ahead of time. I'm not gonna get violent, I guess.
Can we kind of go against the wall of the tent and not be surrounded completely? Instead of our backs to something?
I mean, you can. I'm not going to.
You
so
wanna
it'll
move,
look less
like, up here?
suspicious.
Yeah, like move against the thing so that
You
like.
can move up there if you want to.
Yep, I'm going to.
Oh, she's bringing more freaking
I will be right back.
Do we want to teleport the fuck out of here?
Oh yeah, if we're waiting 10
I'm
minutes.
gonna wait for Ree to get back, and then we'll see what happens.
Um. I have
I mean,
to
that's
say it
kind
out
of
loud,
if
don't
you're
I?
reading.
Yeah, I know.
Hey,
I'd like.
Vanita, can you read us a story? Hint, hint.
It's a call and response book, right?
Okay.
It's
Thing.
written on one page. It's a very short story.
I have many stories. If I start reading a scroll and I pause before like the last couple of words and I say the last couple of words later, or do I have to say it all in like one phrase with nothing?
It has to be a continuous incantation.
Cool.
You can't stop.
That's fine. I will put the scroll like as a page in my book.
Okay. You have the scroll sitting open in your book.
Yes.
Is Ree back?
Yep, sorry.
Okay, after about an hour passes, you hear angry shouting coming from the direction that Skylark walked off.
Oh.
You hear hoofbeats of somebody
shifty-eyed
galloping
Gilderoy.
over,
I stand up.
Shifty.
and crowd parts, and Skalak angrily comes in, shouting, "It will not return to me! They have done something to it!"
I banished it to the 9 hells.
I
Yeah.
slowly walk up.
Maybe you can't summon it again because it was a demon.
Devil.
Fortunately,
Devil, demon,
as
It is
thing
impossible.
with horns.
from
It's not impossible if he's a devil. I am from there.
so
This
from what we know of the spell, your familiar comes from the Feywild, is that correct?
That is its place of origin.
Therefore,
outline.
what we can assume is that the familiar that you had was not the one from the Feywild, and therefore it went back to its original plane, which was where Lulu had mentioned it was, being a devil in disguise.
But it came to me at the Great Tree during the equinox.
That may have just been a coincidence.
Devils are dicks.
Devils may...
They like to play tricks.
It is true, as Visenya says. Devils play
I'm
tricks.
laughing because he is so simple-minded that he got tricked by a devil so easily. But I'm not saying that out loud.
They play tricks. They use people. You may not have known that it was a devil, and by no means is it your fault, but unfortunately it has been influencing some of your people here.
Ironhoof steps down from the platform and says, "I think I may be inclined to reverse the order that Skalak gave, declaring you enemies."
I just give a curt nod.
Yep.
Oh, good. What's happening? Because I can't understand anything they're saying.
Skalak and Ronai both speak languages you speak. It's just
Yeah,
Ironhoof.
I didn't know what she-
speaks Sylvan.
So,
I briefly say they are reconsidering shit. Us.
Good.
What becomes of Skalak?
That is a very good question.
I don't think it's Skalak's fault. Obviously, it was the devil that was portraying as his familiar's fault, and it's taken care of.
So, reconsidering your view on us, does that mean that you would reconsider the peace treaty with the village? Because that's all that we have been here to do, is to help the village and stop this war between you and the orcs.
And now we've helped you twice.
Ironhoof steps over. Skalak will have time to redeem himself in future. We thank you for your assistance in bringing this to light. The terms of the deal, however, remain as I originally stated. You should consider yourselves lucky. You are not enemies anymore. If you wish to help us fight the orcs, by all means, you may be ally.
But the village is still enslaved by you.
Are you gonna keep attacking them?
If they are willing to give tribute without a fight, may not be need to be attacked.
They don't have anything as right now.
If you
What tribute can they give?
We can find a work for them.
The villagers gave us food and shelter and safe harbor while we were able to gather this information for you. So we consider them with us. So I would recommend that you consider them not your enemies either.
nor your
Or your
slaves,
slaves of any sort.
we need to talk to the town leader about this treaty.
I don't think we do.
I mean, it's really up to the town leader whether they want this or whether or not they just want to keep on being attacked by the centaur. And if
Is your concern with the village or is your concern with fighting the orcs?
Our concern is
Both?
to protect the village.
our concern is both currently because the orcs
But
have
mostly protect the village.
yes, the orcs have some of the villagers still.
Why would the orcs take villagers?
I do not know.
Because they're dumb?
Yes.
They do like to breed with them.
They do not have
Half
the
orcs,
superior-
come on, guys.
Yes, that's true.
How do you think half orcs are made? It's
Orcs don't have the superior military tactics that you centaurs do.
True.
They have terrible plan after terrible plan.
Yet their mountains serve them well. It is difficult for us to maneuver there.
If we aid you with this, can we talk about renegotiating the terms of the town's agreement?
The terms will not be renegotiated. Ironhoof seems like she's getting very impatient with you bringing that up.
I look back at the group. How about
let the villagers be slaves as long as they're alive. That's all
Exactly.
that matters
So-
to me.
what we can potentially renegotiate is just to give them time to get tributes and then do the whole thing. Just give them a little bit of time beforehand. That's all that we ask if we help them with the orcs, yes? And do we want to help them with the orcs?
Make a persuasion check.
Against the party?
There you
Or
go.
we
There's a
persuade
good
You
one.
didn't jinx yourself this time.
Yeah, I was very sure not to say anything beforehand.
I'm good at this. Sorry.
She kind of nods her head. I suppose we can give them time.
I look back at the party like, yay?
It would
Do
be
you
an
know
honor.
where the orcs are holding up?
Sorry, say that again?
Do you know where the orcs are holding up in the mountains? So we just don't wander them willy nilly.
I thought that you had found them already. You killed
found-
Mogorn, did you not?
We found his cave. Aren't there more?
They are scattered through there like rats in a barn. They are everywhere in the mountains. If we knew precisely their location, we would have killed them all by now.
All right, we walk willy nilly.
We appreciate the time that you have given us, and I look back at party. Are we going to help them with the orcs?
Yes.
Why are we discussing our plans in front of the centaurs?
Out of character. Sorry.
I don't think we have the opportunity to leave and discuss outside of them. That
Well,
might...
we're no longer enemies of the state, so
True.
we can leave.
Yeah. But are we helping them with the orcs? Or are we
It would
done
be an
this
honor to
quest?
fight with.
Because currently the orcs still have some of the villagers.
Probably not by now. It's been, what, 4
That's
days?
true.
They'd probably killed them all by now.
But the centaur don't know that.
I say, yeah, just do it. I'm fine with it.
Are you okay with that?
I mean,
What's your thought?
I don't know.
What's your thought process?
My thought process is either way we're gonna have to deal with the centaurs, because Visenya is not going to allow them to subjugate the village. So,
I'm not a fan of that either, to be honest.
No.
I'm with Visenya on this.
like, it's just not gonna happen.
Which is why we have to talk to the village to see if they're okay with that. Because really, it's the village's choice, not ours.
Haven't they already kind of expressed that they are not too sure that the idea of subjugation would work because they don't have anything to give?
Which is why we negotiated the time. So the centaur are going to give them time to get stuff, and then they'll deal with it.
The Centaur also, they said that villagers don't have anything of value right now. The Centaurs are happy to find work for them to do.
That's true.
Yeah, they can plow fields or whatever for the centaurs. Feed them. Build buildings for them so they're not sitting in, you know.
Alright, well, if they're fine being slave labor, I mean, they are gonna have the whip cracked over them by people who think that they are superior.
I mean,
If
did
the
we
villagers
not...
are cool with that, then fine. can do
Eventually,
whatever the
they
fuck
will
they
rise
want.
up and murder all the centaurs. It's fine.
Did we not in some way enslave the villagers to build armaments around their village?
Mm-hmm.
We did not do that, we helped them
If you
do
want
it.
to look at it that way, by all means.
And also, it's either that
We helped
or
them
die.
fortify their town. That's not enslavement, we helped them physically do it.
And
And then
Because
we
we do not think we're above them.
And then we
made decisions for them.
What?
We made the decision for them, though.
yeah. But it's either
Okay, and I'm sorry, putting armaments around your town is different than having the whip cracked while you're plowing a field.
We had to gut some of their
For
existing
food
buildings.
that you're probably not gonna have much of.
I agree.
It's way different.
But at this point, it's either get taken by the orcs or and killed, or work for the centaur and live, or die if you don't do that.
And while fighting the orcs with the centaurs, we might be able to gain some sort of favor with them to potentially in the future renegotiate. The only route forward
Will
right
we ever
now.
come back, though?
Well,
The
this
only
whole
time we're going to
thing-
renegotiate with Ironhoof is killing her and
yeah.
her successor.
This whole
will be-
thing started with us trying to. We thought the centaurs were good, and we were like, "Hey, let's recruit the centaurs to go help take out the orcs."
And then they turned
Well,
out to be
the
us.
centaurs are not good. Why
They're
not
no
try
better
the
than-
other playing field?
Yeah, they're no better than the orcs. they're slightly better because they at least want to have the villagers alive and do their work.
So you think we should go
Versus
and
kill them.
talk to the orcs?
I say we just go kill
I-
orcs and just come back if we want to. Come back here and kill
I
the
think it is
Centaurs
worth. I think
That's
plan A should be trying to figure out some way to get the orcs to come with us and help pick off the centaurs, and then whoever's left we kill. So that's two
Huh.
birds with one stone. Plan B, if the orcs don't go through with it, then we kill the orc.
Does anyone know how to speak Orcish?
That's one of the languages that none of you are covering.
Fuck! I thought I had
But I
it.
mean, how were we able to communicate with them before?
Some of
I
them
guess
speak common.
they do
Okay,
speak
well,
common. So
I mean, we've already discussed that the orcs are very much a
I will
battle
fight their leader,
accomplishment
kill their
thing.
new leader, and then I'll be in charge of the orc band. How about that?
Do you really think you'd win?
I didn't say I was going to fight him by myself.
I'm certainly not gonna leave the orcs in charge. You in charge of the orcs, because I don't trust you now. So
Well, you can be
No?
leader then. I don't care. As long as somebody's going to lead these orcs in the fight.
I think
Wellington
it's worth at
military
least
might.
trying. And at least if we can't recruit the orcs, then we're already there to kill them anyway.
That is
All
true.
right. Well, let's just say tell the centaurs we're gonna go kill the orcs, and then we'll just backstab
Yeah.
like we backstabbed us.
Yeah. If anything, I'll just sit in the back and just shoot arrows at orcs and not like actually try to fight them, so as many centaurs die as possible.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's get back to the role play thing here, and then we got a plan.
I'm with you, Ironhoof.
Deception.
We will assist you in defeating the orcs and saving the rest of the townspeople if they are still alive.
Yeah, that's the question too.
After the orcs are dealt with, then we will finalize the terms. Until then, no tribute is necessary.
All right.
Thanks. Deuces.
Shall we all head out together, or shall we meet you somewhere else?
Are we allowed to leave and go back and start hunting orcs?
You may go.
Thank you. We shall take the quick way out of here, everybody.
Let's not show that card.
Yeah, let's not. Okay,
Agreed.
good idea.
I'm gonna whistle and have Stark Maw just come to me, and I will jump on, and I can have one other person jump on with me to ride.
Gilderoy just like immediately run up and get on the horse, so he doesn't have
No,
to
I
walk.
won't this time.
And I will sit on the horse.
I want to look impressive. Ish.
Cool. We will walk away from these people.
You're getting
I
a
am
lot
not
of side
a fan
eye
of
as you leave, but nobody
Oh.
stops you.
I am handing it back.
I'm looking at all the buildings that are very flammable and counting each one.
There's a lot.
Like that, Ree.
Oh yeah.
Eventually, make your way out of the Centaur's main camp. What would you like to do?
We're heading back to the town, right?
Yes.
As we get out of view of the place.
This is what's going through
Oh no.
your head. Lily's head.
Very true.
That's beautiful.
As we get out of view, I'd like to A, check that nobody is following us or watching us,
Mm.
and then B, if nobody's doing that, I will use the scroll, because getting through the forest, we might as well just right? Go back, go through the thing, because it gets us to the
Do
edge.
we?
Yeah, you could save some time by using the scroll.
Yeah.
Do we want to do that, or do we want to make sure we know where this village is?
Hey,
I mean, it did leave a path.
you.
I mean,
You
how
want
well
to
is
add
there?
it to your map? Gilderoy can make a cartography check.
Yes.
I would like to be helping.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, that will be added to the map for the future.
All right. So,
Good call.
do you know where we're at, Gilderoy?
Nah.
What?
Do you know where we're at?
Of course I know where we're at. I always know where we're at.
The same last 2 times that you put us in.
Miles,
I'm sorry. I believe I got us to the location on a decent amount of time.
Weeks later.
Vegeta's just slowly starting to read the scroll.
You know what, Lulu? You just don't get the map. If you burn this fucking map, I will end you.
Jeez, I mean, everyone trying to kill me now.
Except for
What
me.
have I done?
I'm not trying to kill
I
you
mean,
I got 2 people threatening to cut off my head.
yet.
Yes, because you are inciting anger.
I'm just joking with the fire thing. I told the truth.
I read the scroll.
I was quite surprised that Lulu decided to share this information with you all.
I know, I'm so happy.
Yeah,
It changed things for the better.
it's not really. I mean,
Last like 2
kinda-
sessions, I was just like, is Lulu gonna share this pertinent information, or are we just gonna go down this rabbit hole?
I mean, we're alive.
in a
and
way
we
though,
almost did.
it cost me a really good magical item.
Well,
So
It cost you a item.
but you know what you gained?
Apocryphus never specified what the item was.
True.
true.
You know what you gained, though?
It cost me a magical item.
You gained 4 friends, 2 of which are trying to kill you. But we all have our lives.
So I'm down to 3 friends. Cool.
More like 2.
Not that Lulu and Visenya were friends to begin with.
That's true.
Fine, next time I come up with some information, Visenya, I will tell you first before I tell anyone else.
Mm-hmm.
I swear upon my lord.
Yeah, she
Mm-hmm.
she really takes that seriously. She's even got pamphlets.
You want one?
Nope.
Do you just like tuck it into like her breastplate or something, or like just secretly tuck it into her personal belongings?
Thanks for the free ass wipe.
Oh,
I didn't do it. I didn't throw it. I just handed it, tried to hand it to you and said no, so I slowly put it back in my bag.
I have my own gods, thank you.
I read the scroll.
Inferior.
While everybody's just chattering about, I'm just gonna suddenly read the scroll.
Okay. Over the course of a minute, Adita reads the scroll. You are all sucked into a portal, and you are in Sneed's Inn.
Can I have my weapons back?
Yeah, for realsies.
Yeah, I'll start digging in the haversack and grab my weapon.
Sneed, do you ever get tired of people just popping in and out of here?
I'm pretty used to it.
Good
Are we
thing I
staying
jumped in.
here or going to the outhouse?
I want to ask Sneed something real quick. Sneed, do you know if the wizard has a deal with some devils or a devil?
Well, you gotta deal with me, and I'm a devil.
You're a fiend.
I double checked. Imps are devils.
Oh, they are devils. Okay.
I mean, demons and devils are both fiends. Fiend is catch all for both of them, but
Oh,
technically,
Mhm.
yes. Imps are on your side, imps are devils.
okay. Never mind then. I feel like an asshole now.
I
Fucking
mean, I
asshole.
should have looked it up at the time. I didn't.
Okay. So I always thought they were fiends. So, I mean, the ones I'm going to more. But all right. So, I mean, have you ever heard of the name Oh fuck, what was it now?
Apocryphus?
Apocryphus? Yeah.
You see, he knows.
I look at the party.
No idea who that is. Wait,
Okay.
you meet somebody?
Yeah, he said that he was working with the wizard.
I mean, doesn't sound that strange to me.
Would he be mad if we accidentally banished that devil?
Would the wizard be mad?
Yeah.
I mean, I guess that depends on whether or not that messes something up.
I guess time will tell.
You lot are doing something stupid, aren't you?
Oh, absolutely.
Probably.
At least we've been consistent the whole time.
Truthfully, I just wanted to kill them all and just be done with it, but, you know, we have to have morals.
Huh.
Do we, though?
Yes, Steve.
Well, not you too.
He's on my side.
Visenia's... Okay. Where are we going? Are we going back in the forest? Are we staying here?
We're gonna go back to the town. This was just a quicker
All right.
way.
I just needed to clear things up.
I'm
and
just
hopefully we
marching
don't
out
get
to the
ourselves
outhouse.
into trouble. Bye, Sneed. And
Bye-bye.
uh,
Give kids rooms no stay here. Time.
Uh-huh.
Huh?
Sneed's just mumbling.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Alright, so
Dude.
you're all going through the outhouse back into the woods?
we're not stopped at all.
Nope, you are not stopped
Good.
this time.
I guess he's gonna wait and play it out and see how much we fuck this up.
Probably quite epically.
Well, let's head off to the ruined tower and then the mountains, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Are you heading straight off to the mountains, or are you stopping in the village first?
Oh, we should probably.
Should we talk to the village?
We always get stuck in the village for like 5 days before we get out of there.
I mean,
Well, we just need to talk to the village master and be like, "Yo, how do you feel about being slaves? Just give me your
That
opinion."
just has to be because the last 2 times you were there, you were specifically waiting for something.
Yeah, but do we need to really stop there if we're gonna have the orcs
We
kill
do.
off the centaurs and then turn around and kill the orcs? Or
We were
whoever's
gonna ask the
surviving?
villagers if they're okay with subjugation. If they're not, then we can employ, insertion of the orc. But
I think we should just do the insertion of orcs personally. But that's Lulu.
Okay, hear me out. What if they don't want to be subjugated, we can give the villagers like, all right, it's probably gonna take us 5 days or something with the centaurs to clear out the orcs. In 5 days, go to the orc ruins and live there instead. And then the centaurs just can't find the
Yeah.
villagers at the village anymore.
I mean, eventually they're probably gonna find them.
Centaurs don't like climbing the mountains, though, right?
ooh, that is true.
That's fair.
Yeah. They can twist the ankle and then have to be put down.
They did
You
mention
know-
that it put them at a tactical disadvantage when fighting the orcs.
That is actually not half bad of a plan.
Yeah.
We just clear out the orcs and bring the village up to them. See if they're okay with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not like they're really producing anything down here, right?
They're just kind of living.
Not even
Yeah.
that. They're dying.
Yeah.
Look at that.
I mean, we
I mean, we
te-
can certainly
take
ask
them
them.
to- we can take them to what is Mogar's cave. They all just have them grab all the weapons, and we'll just
You do
Clear
know
out
the
the village.
location of Mogorn's cave.
go back there and clear it out, make sure none of the orcs reclaimed it, and then fortify that damn thing. And then tell the villagers, this is your new home.
How do we play that with the centaurs then?
Well,
Don't. Fuck 'em.
We
we still take out the orcs too,
Well, yeah, but
and we take out the centaurs later on, or we convince we'll stick with convince the orcs to march on, show them exactly where to go to the centaurs.
I mean,
We'll have a huge
the
war.
idea of taking out the orcs, setting the villagers up in the orcs' camps, and
Well, there's
then
more than one way to
piecing
take out
out.
the orcs.
Don't even talk to the centaurs. We've solved the problem. We've saved the village.
True.
right, but we're meeting with the centaurs to fight the orcs, and then
No.
the centaurs.
No, they told us
We
to
weren't
go
doing
up there
that.
and kill them.
Oh, we're not meeting the centaurs to fight the orcs. We're doing that.
No.
No, we're doing that on
Mm-mm.
our own.
Oh, Jesus. Okay.
The centaurs did not say anything about meeting up with you to fight the orcs.
Oh, then absolutely, we have no need to meet the centaurs again. So yeah,
Yeah.
let's tell them go to Morgon's cave the second we leave. Give them a day to pack or whatever, because
Yeah.
the centaurs they'll give
mean,
us until the orcs are
I-
defeated.
I mean, they know how to use weapons with me and Visenya. We can just
Some
take
of them
with us
have been
when we
picking
go.
up on it.
Well,
I mean, I think we should go to the village, ask them, okay, are you okay with being subjugated? If not, would you be okay with going up into the mountains, where the centaurs can't get you? Depending upon which way they answer, if they answer, yep, we'll go up into the mountains, we can bring them to Mogorn's cave, have them fortify there, go up into the mountains, kill the rest of the orcs, and then bring the villagers higher up into the mountains. And
Boom.
then peace out.
That's the fucking plan.
We did
Guys,
it!
we did it. We solved Dungeons and Dragons.
And if they choose, okay, we'd rather be subjugated, then we go up to the orcs, see if we can convince them to fight the centaurs with us. If they don't want to fight the centaurs with us, we kill all the orcs, and then we figure out how to make it so that it's not complete hell in servitude for the stupid villagers.
Now you're thinking.
Shut
Guys,
up, Duncan.
look at us. Look at us. Now we're thinking with portals.
All right,
I
let's go back to
considered
the
saying
village.
that, and I specifically avoided saying that.
Ugh. This is what we were supposed to have done the entire fucking time, isn't it?
We weren't supposed to do anything. This is Dungeons and Dragons.
Alright, fine. Let's go back to the village. Talk to
That's
these
not the answer
buggers.
she wanted.
All right. I'll step through the outhouse, arrive in the forest. It'll take you about a day's travel because it's the afternoon right now. So it'll be half a day camp, and then another half a day to get to the village.
Okay. Let's do it.
Oof, my Roll20 does not like me doing two of those things at once. Are you guys on the village page?
Mhm.
Yep.
Okay. Just looks a little wonky on my end, so I'm making sure.
yeah, we're right here.
You were gonna go talk to the villagers, right?
Yes.
Does it look like the village has been attacked since we've been gone?
It does not appear so. Though they haven't really made much progress on building stuff while you've been gone, except for a little bit on the granary. They don't seem to be taking the initiative to build fortifications.
They're gonna be so mad if we move and they'd have this granary almost done.
Oh, that just made water come out my nose. Thanks.
Yeah, that's kind of what we're doing right now.
There's a SpongeBob gif for every situation.
Yeah, there probably
It is
is.
very true.
Well, it didn't die, guys.
Yeah.
Not tonight, anyways.
Not yet. There's still time.
There's still so much time.
Okay, so who is talking to Magnus then?
I am not
Uh,
going to do that.
I guess I can.
I can help, since I did the negotiations and understood the words.
Oh, I can treat that? Oh, I should-
So, whatever you did, was it successful then? Or the orcs haven't been
mean-
here since you left.
Well, that's a start. We're about to go deal with them, but the manner in which we do it depends on you.
How so?
In talking to the centaurs, they've given us, or given you guys, some time to gather some tribute, whatever that means. But they refuse to budge from their position of indentured servitude in exchange for not killing you all. So, our
Better than dying, I suppose.
well, there might be other alternatives. Our question to you is, do you and the villagers think a life of indentured servitude would be better? Or can
Better than
we
dying, certainly.
can we take out the orcs and help you move the village into the mountains where the centaurs can't climb because they're horses?
Is that true?
I mean, they're not full horses, but they got 4 legs, and it's hard for them to climb mountains, so yeah.
Thought about that.
I have.
Be kind of hard living. No.
Well,
Probably.
unfortunately, both options are going to be hard living.
Yeah. One, you'll be free. The other one, you're gonna kiss a lot of things that you do goodbye and hand them over to the centaurs, who are gonna be jerks to you the entire time. Until you die.
Is there somewhere in the mountain you had in mind?
Well, we cleared out Mogorn's cave, which is where we would set you up initially, we were thinking. But as soon as we clear out the orcs higher up in the mountains, we can assess, with your aid, what might be best suited to housing most of the villagers.
Suppose if we're in the cave, I mean, that puts us closer to the orcs, doesn't it?
Now, if there's no orcs left alive.
There's no orcs left alive in Mogorn's cave. And we intend to go up into the mountains and kill the rest of the orcs.
So you think we should go into this cave right now, or?
It's a
Yeah.
thought. It's easier to fortify the mouth of a cave than it is to fortify an entire village. Out in the middle of nowhere.
You can either go now or maybe in a day, but you should definitely leave within 24 hours to get out of here so the centaurs don't come after you.
If that's what you'd rather do. If you want to be indentured servants to the centaurs and remain in your ancestral homes, then by all means, we can't really stop you. I personally believe moving up in the mountains is going to be better for you.
Give me a persuasion check.
Oh boy.
I'm helping.
Yeah, you can
Is
have
he?
advantage.
Okay.
It's about halfway through the day now. I get everything ready and good to go in the morning. You can
Perfect.
show us the way to the cave.
Yep. We can lead you.
Alrighty, I think that's the plan then.
Awesome. I need to sleep now. No, I don't, because it's mid-afternoon, but I'm gonna go brood somewhere in a corner.
Okay, Visenya is going to brood. What's everybody
Yep.
else doing?
Keeping
Gonna
watch.
have Simon's tiny hut in the middle of the town.
I want to climb on top of a building and keep watch.
Side note,
Okay,
did
give me a
anyone need
perception
to
check.
Did anyone need to fill their potion?
No.
I don't think you all have used them. You've been
I don't
kind of
think
out of
so
combat
either,
for a little
but-
while here.
I didn't think so either, but you never know.
Everything seems clear from your vantage point, Walrus.
Which way you're looking, though?
Yeah.
You're looking
He's
I'm on
on top
top
of
of
a
a
building, looking all around.
Spinning in circles. 1 8-hour-long pirouette.
That's
Make
amazing.
a Constitution saving throw to not throw up. Yeah, that's not going to be good enough for an hour long.
Okay. So when I do that, though, it's kind of projectile because I'm spinning.
You take
Like a sprinkler.
10,000 acid damage.
Oh, God.
Roll a new character.
Oh my gosh.
I've got 2 already.
I'd like to go talk to Visenya.
I mean,
While she's brooding.
yeah, good luck.
Yeah. I'll give her a couple of hours to like cool off, but like I would go and try and talk to her.
I mean, out of character, I'm a Scorpio. Do you know how long I can put up a good brood? It can be weeks, yo.
Yeah, but I'm that mom friend that tries to comfort everybody.
Also out of character, I don't have a good relationship with my mother, so...
Whose character music am I supposed to put on for a conversation between you two? That's the
Oh,
question.
Visenya's. Absolutely.
Why'd you
She's
call
the
me
one
mine?
brooding, I guess.
Oh, okay. Fine.
Good breeding.
Right? Definitely.
It is
her
kind of
music.
reading music.
So I'll go over and I'll just sit kind of near you, but not like too close that I'm in your personal space.
6 feet.
Yeah, we're social distancing. Just gonna sit there for a bit, feel the tension. No,
The tension burn.
yeah, just know that it's there. And she'll be like, I'm sorry that I didn't tell you sooner about the whole Lulu thing.
I mean, you did ask me to trust you.
I did. And I would hope that you would have trusted me with the fact that I didn't tell you.
It seemed like important, pertinent information.
It was, and I wanted to see how things would play out, and that's why I didn't want everybody to know and for Lulu to be suspecting of me and then not trust me, so then she wouldn't talk to me ever again.
You wanted the budding murderer to trust you more than me. Okay.
No, I would hope that everybody would trust everybody and that we wouldn't keep secrets. But because we haven't known each other that long, I was testing the waters. I wanted to see who I could trust, and I knew I could trust you.
Like a true politician.
That was my job.
Mm-hmm.
It was. I worked.
We don't trust politicians where I'm from.
Yeah. I mean, I don't trust them anymore, but if it helps me get where I need to go and help my friends, I'll use it to my advantage.
Visenya has no reply to that.
Yep. Yeah.
Very apropos.
Very.
There's also always a Star Wars gift for everything.
It's true.
Always with the Star Wars.
Yes. I'm sorry that you feel that way, and I hope I can earn your trust back, but know that I'm on your side. I want to save this village. And I'm glad we found an alternative way, but at the point in time where we were at, the only option was for the indentured servitude. And she'll walk the fuck off, cause clearly she's not getting through to you. Well, that went about as good as I had hoped.
Or better.
Yeah. At least she talked to me. Kind of.
Were you actually expecting me to stay silent?
A little bit.
Okay. Noted.
Yeah.
Not broody enough. Got it.
Yeah. Other than that, she'll just keep watching. Or go read a book. Yeah.
Still Gilderoy.
Wallace has already got watch covered.
I'll read a book then.
So Gilderoy, you want to write a book about when somebody tells the truth and everyone's mad that you tell the truth about it, even though it's a little late, but not too late?
Well, you see, I've already actually written a book about that one. It, hang on. I had to get my my bag a little bit. Yes, it's the Voyages with Vampires book. There's a whole midsection about this. But I can totally make another one. I don't know what rhymes with Lulu.
You don't have
to use my name.
Good, because I'm gonna use my own.
That's good. That's fine with me.
Magical me!
Oh my god.
Can I borrow that book?
Which one?
Your vampire one.
Do you need it signed?
No, I just want to read it, and I'll give it back when I'm done.
You sure?
Yes.
I give him the book. Just so you know,
Actually,
it is
no.
signed. In case you know, wanted.
Yeah, you
Let's see
also
if I can
kind
learn
of
anything
used
from
most of the day already, so.
Okay. I wasn't sure what time it was.
I want to learn. I want to see if I can learn anything from that book.
For magical meat?
Specifically about vampires? Or
No,
which book was
Voyages
it?
with Vampires.
What was it?
Voyages with Vampires.
Voyages of Vampire.
With vampires.
Or with vampires.
Give me an insight roll.
Because I'm not used to like social things, so this whole social with people is not working out great for me. I don't know when I should tell them things. It's pretty dry content.
The book is mostly about Gilderoy. You don't really learn all that much, except for that really likes lilac.
It's like I can see into his soul.
And
It's
what
not
my life's
pretty.
ambition is to make up my own hair care line.
I'm gonna walk up to Vidita and ask her if she's ever read any Gilderoy's books.
Oh, yeah, absolutely not. They were burned as soon as they were brought into my building.
Oh,
Our
this was supposed
Fun.
to be about
There was
vampires.
definitely a crowd in your city, you know, like the same people who love 50 Shades
Oh,
of Grey,
absolutely.
probably obsessed with Gilderoy's novels.
which is why our library that we have for where I worked was a place of knowledge and truth-seeking people, not his stories. They were more for the public, and yes, there was a crowd.
Yeah,
You have
This-
to read between the lines.
This book was. You're not
You're
here.
Morals of the story.
You're not here.
Fine.
This book was supposed to be about vampires or something. And it just basically a historical fact of what Gilderoy is like. It's very scary.
I mean, there was vampires in the book.
I mean, if you want me to read it, I can try and interpret it?
If you have time, or if you want to put yourself through that torture.
Oh, I don't really, but the voyage is long. I'm sure I'll finish it in a day.
I might have to suggest this book to the Archdevil himself.
Oh, you might be torturing him if you do that. Anywho. Yeah.
Does that conclude everyone's business for the day?
Yeah, I'm done messing around.
Yep, I'm good.
Okay. The night passes. You all get up early the next morning. What villages that are remaining are ready to follow you to Mogorn's cave.
Oh, right.
Wow. That was snappy.
Okay.
Yeah, it's 10 o'clock. Or almost 10.
Do we want to
This,
start heading out? Or
this is a good stopping point.
do you think we'd be able to get them to the caves, Duncan?
You can get them to the cave.
Let's
You know the way.
Yeah,
So
let's
what-
get them to the
yeah,
cave and then
yeah.
we can follow it before we head up into the mountains to
Yeah.
take care of the orc.
Before we leave the village, I want to take a look and see if the village is being watched by any centaurs.
Give me a perception check. You don't notice any centaurs.
Okay.
You also took a shortcut to get here. So
Yeah.
you would be here before they got here, theoretically.
Oh, that's true. That's
Unless they
really
had
good,
scouts.
actually. No, they'd still be at least like 2 or 3 days behind us.
Unless they had scouts looking at the village at all times.
That like didn't leave, that weren't at.
True.
They've just always been here.
True.
Yeah, but that's theoretical.
We should also probably try to
If there
cover
are
our
any such
tracks.
scouts, You didn't notice any.
I didn't notice them yesterday with my 17 perception either.
All right, let's head out. I'll take me and Starkmaw will be in the front of the procession.
Okay, you got mage armor on. I'm going to need a cartography check from Gilderoy. Lead everybody back to the cave.
I would also like to try to cover our tracks.
That will be a survival roll.
I'll help her. I was gonna.
I want to help. I want to help with that.
Track covering?
Who's helping with what?
I'm helping with track covering.
Say.
Okay.
Or
Is
Gilderoy
it
does not
or-
have advantage in the roll, but first roll is an 18 anyway.
is it too metagaming to ask who has the best survival?
probably.
Not me.
I have a 6.
Not well, you can't. You're reading the map.
I have a -1.
I have a 0, but
I have a 1, so we're probably
You
even.
have a 1. I have a 0, but I
Yeah.
can do it then, because it's not that big of a
Can I
difference.
technically multitask?
And it doesn't matter. 19 is pretty
Yeah.
good.
Fortunately for the amount of people that are traveling, horse needed a 20.
Damn. Stupid horse.
You're trying to cover all this up as you go, but it's gonna slow you down. You just can't cover up all the tracks.
Well, okay, can I cover up, like, a lot of the villagers' tracks? Because they already know, the centaurs already know that we have Starkmaw. So they would expect some horse track.
If you just want to focus on covering up the people's tracks and leave,
Yeah. Like, I wanna try to disguise the fact that we're moving a large group of people, a larger group than just us.
you could walk in single file to hide your numbers.
And leave a giant rut?
I mean,
I
it's what
mean-
the sand people.
Yeah, but it's not as easy to tell depth in sand. Because it just sinks in on itself.
I'm making a
easier to
Star
tell
Wars
depth.
reference here.
I know! But it's not applicable. Because sand is different than packed earth.
I mean, I could ride in the back and like drag something behind us.
Well, I'm just afraid that, like, dragging a tree branch, it's, yeah, okay, it's gonna wipe the fact that we have lots of people with us, but it's gonna beeline our path.
And it'll be pretty obvious.
Yeah. I'm trying to disguise our numbers. Here, how's that? I don't care about the horse tracks, because I know we have Starkmaw. I'm disguising our numbers.
If that's
see.
your intent, then I would say 19 is good enough.
Cool.
You always have to be specific with intent.
Sorry.
Are we able to like get to a point where we can see the cave and point them like go there, so we don't necessarily ourselves walk to the cave?
We're gonna have to probably go there anyway to make sure no orcs
Yeah.
Never mind.
infested that cave.
Yeah, it's probably a good idea.
Yeah, ignore me.
It's going to be about a 2-day journey to the cave.
Okay.
What was that?
My goodness.
What was what?
Vegeta's token, like, yeah.
Ah!
Magic.
Oh my
I got it
god!
working.
Science.
Wait, there's more.
What the hell are you doing?
Why are
Oh,
you doing that?
I didn't realize you could do that.
Yeah, there's specific ones that you could do. But yeah.
Does that mean you have the pro?
No,
now?
you can. There are some ones that you can do for free as macros.
Oh, okay. You just have to know the macro for it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Huh.
there's fancy little special effects in Roll20.
That's
So I put
neat.
on my armor. That's my thing.
Is that what you've been working on for the
Do
last
we
couple
need to
days?
set up a watch for the night?
Probably.
Yeah, the first night you camp, you are going to set up one.
Alright. I'll take first watch.
Second.
Or-
I'll take fourth.
First watch, give me the check.
Double digits!
Fuck yeah.
I need to set my perception as a hockey.
You do not notice anything, Senya.
Neat.
Second watch.
There we go.
Feel pretty confident saying that nothing is threatening the camp right now.
Nice, I got double digits. I'm okay with that.
So, like, the best perception rolls we've done all night.
Mhm.
Knock on wood.
Yeah.
Yeah, except for that 17 that Walrus threw earlier, but...
Yep.
Oh. Sorry, I jinxed it.
Thanks, Ree.
Sorry.
Everything seems good.
Cool.
The night passes by without incident.
Good to know.
Neat. And then, do you want another survival check with advantage for the covering of tracks again?
Yes,
Disguising of numbers? Sorry.
the disguising of numbers.
Alright.
Same as yesterday. You feel like you're doing an alright job.
Neat.
I want to keep a lookout for orcs
Give me a perception check.
entering their territory. I'm too busy
Hot damn.
trying to figure out what I did wrong to make Visenya so mad at me.
Senya's mad at everybody. Don't feel too bad.
Don't spot any orcs. About dusk, you get to the cave. What do you do?
Should we?
Probably tell them to wait and go in and check it out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna yell in the cave. Anyone there? With thaumaturgy.
Oh, my.
Think you hear some shuffling inside the cave, but you get no response otherwise.
There's something inside.
I'm gonna look back at them. It's infested.
Can I see anything inside?
Well, let's go get it out then.
Yeah.
I draw my sword and start walking into the cave.
Hi. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll start following.
Oop, hold on. Messing up. I dragged the wrong token. Why do you have
What did you
such
do?
long range, Dita? It takes so long to
I'm
load.
sorry. I mean, you might as well just take dark vision off me and just let me see everything at that point.
I need to go to work tomorrow at like 4, guys, so
Unfortunately, I don't think that works. Okay, we can call it here and pick it up next week with you guys heading into the cave.
Sweet.
Alright.
Sounds good.
Awesome.